Hi everyone. Today I am going to discuss about microwave semiconductor devices. So these devices which are made of semiconducting materials can be used at microwave frequencies. Already we know some of the semiconductor devices which are nothing but diodes and transistors. And diode is a two-terminal device and it is going to have a two-layer structure which are made of N and P type material, and transistor is a three-terminal device which is having three layers made of P and N type materials. And as the transistors we have NPN and PNP transistors. But these microwave semiconductor devices are different from those semiconductor devices. Diodes and transistors or vacuum tubes can be used only at low frequencies. We can't use them at high frequencies because we have some disadvantages like shunt capacitance effect, shunt inductance effect. So because of that we can have the reduced gain and we can't achieve more bandwidth. So those semiconducting devices we can't use at microwave frequencies. So here we have a semiconductor devices which can be used at microwave frequencies. And what are the advantages of these microwave semiconductor devices? Are they are small in size and they require less operating voltages and they are less in cost and they are less in weight, and they are going to use negative resistance phenomenon. By using these microwave devices we can either generate the signal or we can amplify the signal. Already in the first units of the first previous units of microwave engineering we have about microwave tubes, which are nothing but two cavity klystron amplifier, reflex klystron, magnetron and traveling wave tube. So we by using those we can generate the signal or we can amplify the signal. But here we are going to use semiconductor devices for generating the signal or for amplification of the signal, because with microwave tubes we have some disadvantages like they require more operating voltages and they are bulk in size. So because of those disadvantages we are going to use microwave semiconductor devices instead of microwave tubes. And microwave tubes are going to use velocity modulation technique either for the generation of the signal or for the amplification of the signal. What is velocity modulation is the velocity of the electron is going to change according to the RF signal value. If the RF signal value is positive maximum, then electron velocity will increase. If the RF signal value is at negative maximum, then electron velocity will reduce or electrons will be decelerated. And when the RF signal is at zero voltage, then there is no change in the velocity of electron. So there is change in velocity of electron according to the RF signal by using which is nothing but velocity modulation. So by using that velocity modulation principle we will generate or amplify the signal at microwave frequencies in case of microwave tubes. Here these microwave semiconductor devices are going to use negative resistance principle for the generation of the signal. What is negative resistance principle is even though the voltage increases there is reduction in the current, which is nothing but negative resistance phenomenon. So by using that negative resistance region we can generate the signal. And let us see what are the different types of semiconductor devices we have at microwave frequencies. So these are some of the devices or diodes: impact diode, gun diode, FET diode, PIN and varactor diodes. And these semiconductor devices can be used at in case of amplifiers, and they can be used at receivers, phase shifters, and they can be used in satellite communication for the transponders. So we have number of advantages with these semiconductor devices. And in the microwave semiconductor devices we are here I am going to discuss about diodes, and in the diodes I am going to discuss about transferred electron device. So transferred electron device is nothing but here Here I am going to discuss about transferred electron devices. So transferred electron devices are two terminal devices, and these are nothing but diodes, but they are different from the normal diodes. In case of normal diodes we are going to have the junction, but in case of transferred electron devices there are no junctions. There is no junction formation here. And these transferred electron devices are made of combined materials or compound materials, and they are going to use negative resistance region principle for the generation of the signal. So transferred electron devices are made of semiconducting materials, which are nothing but compound materials like gallium arsenide, indium phosphide, cadmium telluride. So by using these materials we are going to make transferred electron devices. And in the transferred electron devices, first I am going to discuss about Gunn diode. So here the Gunn diode. So diode means it is going to have two electrodes, cathode and anode electrodes, and the name came from the scientist J.B. Gunn, who invented this Gunn diode in year 1963. And this Gunn diode is going to operate based on Gunn effect. And these Gunn diodes are made of compound semiconducting materials, gallium arsenide, gallium nitride, cadmium telluride, cadmium sulfide. And in the next video lecture I will discuss about Gunn effect and true valley effect. Based on those, here we are going to have the negative resistance region, and based on that negative resistance region signal will be generated. Thank you.